No, great. Oh dear.
Yeah. So sorry everyone. There's a show to do here. Dave, do you want to talk about this one?
So yeah,
No?
this is the. Oh no, go on. You go for it, Mike.
This is the 92 Celica. It's the ST185. So this really started Toyota's reign in Group A rally throughout the early 90s. And it was just after that split where the Supra and the Celica became separate cars. So the Supra used to be a version of the Celica. So this is where those lines split. Supra became more of a sports car, and the Celica became more of a rally car. So this one, unlike a lot of the other Celicas, is four-wheel drive, 2-litre turbo engine, and it's the same engine that you would have got in the MR2 turbo at that time as well. It's really cool. It straddles that line between 80s and 90s in terms of styling, so really nice lines. It kind of has both the kind of quite sharp edges of the 80s, but starting to see those curves that came in the 90s, which is really nice. And of course, pop-up headlights, as we all love pop-up headlights. And you can get this car, in case you missed it earlier, 50% in winter.
Yeah, it's such an iconic rally car. There's actually a really classic safari photo with this car, and it just looks absolutely incredible. It's such a nice looking car. I absolutely love it.
Cool. The video just wants to show us inside the car, I think. So, oh, there we go. Oh, no, just still not looking at the outside of the car.
But there's the headlights. So, everyone, lovely headlights right there.
Yeah, so unfortunately we're not doing live gameplay at the moment. This is pre-recorded. So if you want to look at the outside of this car, you'll need to log into the game during winter and complete 50% of the list. I'm just going to stop my mixer stream because people are following me. Should we jump onto the next car?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so it's the start of the 90s, and this is the Peugeot 205 Rally. You can unlock this car by completing the Stardew Rally season event in spring. So still a few weeks to wait to get your hands on this one. Dave, I know you love this car. Do you want to tell us a bit about it?
I absolutely love this car. Yeah, so I know that Chris Harris from Top Gear actually got one of these, and that kind of speaks quite highly of the car in itself. But what's really interesting with this version is if you want the performance version, so if you were to get the rally edition of the 205, it was actually cheaper than the standard version. So you go and ask for the rally edition, but normally when they strip out all the parts to make it quicker, that would cost you. But this time it was actually cheaper. So it's a really awesome car, and like obviously was good for your money as well. Why wouldn't you go for it? It sounds great as well. It's quite a nippy car.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the one that we have in game is the European version, which would usually be a problem because, as you can see, the steering wheel is on the wrong side. But the EU version of this car actually had a bigger engine, the 1.3 engine with 2 Weber twin carbs. So it made 103 horsepower. It doesn't sound a lot, but it only weighed like 700 kilos or something. So it was really, really nippy. A really good car, going up against the Golf GTI at the time.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that alone makes it super competitive, and it's an absolute blast to drive as well, especially on when you take it off road and in Horizon, it just cuts through everything so well. It's a super fun car to drive. Looks awesome. It's kind of got that really nice iconic look to it as well. I love it.
Yeah, and also only ever available in white. Perfect for winter.
Perfect for winter, yeah.
All right, should we bring up the next video? Okay, so this one is the Nissan Pulsar, and you can unlock this by completing 50% of the festival playlist in spring. So this was made by Nissan in an attempt to fight Toyota, Subaru, Ford during that Group A rally era in the early 90s. It has a 2-litre turbo SR20 DET engine, and it's the same engine that you would have got in a Silvia at that time. So it's really, really powerful, really tunable, really upgradable, which obviously for you guys is really, really powerful because you can take this straight into the garage in game and start to tune and upgrade it straight away, just like you can with the Silvias. All-wheel drive. Oh, we're moving on. Anyway, yeah, that was the Nissan Polestar. Bye. This one's a bit of a playground games legend, not least because one of our stories designers, one of the company's founder members, Ben Baker-Fell, owned one of these for a long time, until only a few months ago. So until very recently, you have spotted one of these every day in the playground games car park. He adored that car, he loved it, and he basically ran it into the ground. So it's now hidden in a barn somewhere in the north of England, and that is not a clue, an upcoming bit of content to the game. That is just where it is in real life. Yeah, it's a really cool car, really beautiful, super curvy, super sporty. They only made 500 again, which makes it a very, very rare car. And what's also kind of cute about it is it wasn't actually a homologated version of the race car. In order to get this, you had to purchase a Puma, and then also purchase the Racing Puma pack. And then Ford, in their showroom, warehouse, whatever they would call it, in Daventry, the glamorous UK medium-sized town of Daventry, you take it there, and then they would fit that kit onto it for you. So it's technically a kit car rather than a homologated race car. Front-wheel drive, super lightweight, 1.7 litre engine, so pretty rapid, given how tiny it is, really.
I absolutely love the thought of loads of racing Pumas, loads of Pumas just lined up in Daventry, ready to be super upgraded. It's super, it's cool. I love the color on it as well. It's only 500, and and that is definitely a sore talking point for Ben on our team, because he used to have one. So let's do a shout out again, the fact that he doesn't have one.
Yeah, pour one out for Felton. He technically still owns it. I just don't think he can drive. And anyway, if you want to get your hands on this, it's available in the Cool Cats seasonal event in autumn.
Yeah, it's such a nice color of blue. I actually love it. I think it's the same Escort. The Escort Cosworth also came in this same blue as well. It just looks, especially in our game as well. It just looks so good.